All right, Jesse on fire. Welcome back to the channel. 3 times in one day? What? Jeez, this must be a special Thursday, huh? So check this out. I have incredible news, all right? So you guys have probably seen in the media that Dana White said that he talked to Khabib and he thinks that Khabib's going to come back and he's going to try to go for 30-0. And I'm going to tell you exactly what that means, okay? That can only mean one thing, okay? Now, there's none of that in the articles, but that can only mean one thing. So before I get into it, first of all, if this is your first time looking at this channel, this is not my setup, okay? I am on the road. I'm on the road and I'm recording in a room that I've been staying in for 6 days. But I am going home in a couple days back to my glorious studio. And if you want to see what that looks like, you know, go to one of my older videos and you can check it out because it's a nice setup. Anyway, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. This is the best MMA content on the internet. I will throw that down, at least in terms of just some guy talking head into the camera. I will challenge anyone to a Pepsi challenge on that. All right. So anyway, so here we go. So Dana White has said that he talked to Khabib and he thinks Khabib is not going to stay retired and he's going to come back and try to go for 30-0. And I will tell you exactly what that means because it could only mean one thing, right? Before I even say it, what do you guys think? Huh? What do you guys think? Tell you what, I'm going to stop right now. You guys go put your comment in what you think what it means, and then I'll tell you. Ready? Go comment. GSP. It's the only thing it could be. That is the only thing it could be. Okay, unless maybe it's Tony Ferguson. You know what? I take that back. It could be Tony Ferguson. It could be Tony Ferguson. It's possible. Okay, so there are 2 options there. It's either GSP or Tony Ferguson, right? As I was literally, I read this, I ran over here, I turned on the camera, and I was thinking it had to be GSP, and then literally you guys just watched my brain connect right there that it might be Tony. All right, so I think it's a toss-up, right? Like, so GSP would have to come down and make 155, or unless they did it at catch weight, which doesn't look like that would be the worst thing in the world, given that Khabib, you know, maybe made weight for that fight. I'm not even going to talk about that though, because I don't want to throw any salt on his last victory, which was unbelievably awesome. We'll just say he made weight, but let's just say it was a challenge for him to make weight, right? So if he wants to fight at a catch weight, that might even make it easier for him. And to get the GSP victory under his belt, can you imagine? I mean, talk about legacy, man. That's the GOAT fight. I mean, that is the actual GOAT fight. And he might, you know, honestly, like, Dana White is all over. Dude, Dana White does nothing but UFC. Okay, UFC is his entire life. He is on the internet. He reads what everybody says. So when people start calling Khabib the GOAT, and they start saying, well, oh no, GSP's the GOAT. And he goes, wait a minute, GSP said that he would come back and fight Khabib. Do I have a GOAT fight on my hands? Right? That's what he's saying. It's the GOAT. It literally is the GOAT. Imagine promoting the GOAT fight. You have any idea how many... I would sell so many pay-per-views, it would be unreal. I might go to that fight, actually. Okay, I'm going to just make an assumption that well, maybe crowds will be back. Anyway, if crowds are back, I will go to that fight. Bet that. So, but yeah, I mean, odds are that's what it is, right? Odds are that's what it is. But, you know, GSP was very complimentary of Khabib's performance. I don't know if GSP wants that fight, although he probably does, right? But then again, it could be Tony. Tony does not have a fight booked. Tony does not have a fight booked, and that fight has been, you know, meant to happen how many times? Listen, I'm going to be, like I've said this before, okay? So the 5th time that we booked the fight, when Dana said he would never do it again, a global pandemic broke out, and that's what caused, you know, the fight not to happen, right? And I'm just going to say, if they book this again, like I just watched a preview for this movie coming out with Gerard, whatever, the one who's Leonidas in 300. And it's about an imminent asteroid impact. And it was, dude, even the preview for that movie is horrifying. Just knowing that there has been an apocalyptic asteroid impact in the past that wiped out the dinosaurs. Just knowing that that's happened before. And then thinking about what that would be like if all of a sudden we just found out that there really is going to be an asteroid that hits Earth and just knocks us all off. And like, what do you do with your family? Like, seriously, like, what, you know, like, I've got 3 daughters, man, and a wife. Like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Has anybody seen the movie The Mist? Okay, in the movie The Mist, they're in this hopeless situation, and this guy has to knock off his kids and his wife because it was either that or they were going to die violently by, you know, these monsters that are going to eat him alive. I won't ruin the actual ending, but yeah, I mean, so he's faced with, do I want to make sure that they die painlessly, or risk it with this nightmare? And he knocks him off, like, to make it painless. I mean, I can't imagine that not being the choice that you have, right? It's like, oh yeah, there's a world-ending asteroid that's going to hit the Earth, and you're like, Oh, okay. Anyway, and in case you couldn't connect the dots, I was saying that if they book the Tony and Khabib fight, I think it's possible that we get like an apocalypse, like asteroid apocalypse. So that would make me a little bit nervous. So I'm really hoping it's GSP, because it would be the GOAT fight, and you know, won't be the end to all life on Earth. So anyway, you know, if they book that fight, we can start breaking it down. I'll tell you right now, I'm never going to pick Khabib to lose. Never, ever, ever. Never again will I even entertain the idea that he's not going to win. Wait, what? Never will I entertain the idea that someone's going to beat him. How about that? So, especially given that GSP's coming off so much time off. He's going to come off so much time off and fight Khabib. A little different than fighting Michael Bisping, man. A little bit different than fighting Michael Bisping. So, anyway, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. Let's go. Michael Bisping, I didn't mean to insult you there, dude. I love your career. Love you. I watched My Destiny. Fucking awesome. I loved it. And your podcast is hilarious. Although your co-host looks like he's been locked indoors for too long. I don't know. If I was a betting man, I would say that his intake of, you know, whatever makes him happy has increased dramatically over the last 6 months. So anyway, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. And Bisping's partner, don't like beat me up for saying, well, actually you couldn't fucking beat me up, but you know, don't try. I was just kind of joking. I'm making an observation. Love you guys. Peace.